was born and raised in New York City, in a housing project way up in the hood. I dressed in dark clothing, so folks started calling me Black Girl. Oh, and they used to laugh about it, cause deep down they knew they called me that, cause I was as black as soot. I've always been a lazy man, a couch potato with a clicker in my hand. See, motivation I never had, hid in the shadows when the boss got mad. For 20 years I never got a raise. I'm 33 and I never been late. I look busy but I'm not, I'm just walking around. I pick up some papers and I put them back down. One day I'm gonna stop paying my rent, live in a refrigerator box, never get out of bed. I'm Black Girl, a genuine lazy bum. I'll always make it through hard times at any W. Then one day some lame brains came and took O&A away. And at the age of 33, I felt like I was carrying the weight of the whole station on my shoulders. And Ron and Fezzi knew what I was going through. Every morning I'd unlock the door, lay down and I sleep a little more. But then I put away the bathroom key. Everybody was depending on me. I eat a chicken wing with lemonade. Lord, give me strength to make another day. Times I felt I couldn't go on. Push a button, throw a switch, answer the phone. Got lost in the van, I did my PSAs. 10 minutes work, gonna take me all day. I'm Black Girl, a genuine lazy bum. I'll always make it through hard times at any W. I could hear Scotzo say, Black Girl, you're a genuine lazy bum. You'll always make it through hard times at any W. Ken and Jeremy say, Black Girl, you're a genuine lazy bum.
And he also had, let me try to find it.
That was Brother Joe.
Brother
Way
Joe.
to go, Earl.
I like when Ron gets mad and starts screaming at Black Earl. Then Earl breaks down and runs out of the studio. Then he comes back in and says, I'm sorry. What happened again?
Where's the other Brother Joe song that I love? It's it's Party Up by DMX, but sung by James Taylor. Let me see if I can find it.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here, up in here. Y'all gonna
Big
make
Ricky
me
strike
go
on us.
out, up in here, up in here. Y'all gonna make me act a fool up in here, up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my cool up in here, up in here. If I gots to bring it to you cowards, then it's gonna be quick, alright. All you mans up in the jail before suck my dick, and all them other cats you run with get done with dumb quick. How the fuck you gonna cross the dog with some bum shit? Alright. There go the gun.
Hello? Joe, can you hear us?
Hello. But I think the money one would be the $500. You know, like that Stonewall Jackson in here, who carried around $500. That was pretty.
Brother Joe.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy?
I was just sleeping.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
I was passed out, absolutely passed out, 100% asleep. So you get some pretty fucked up answers out of me right now. What's going on, man?
Not much. What's going on, dude? We're pretty fucked up too. At least I am. This is the Rob and Slim show.
Nice.
Slim's mom is in the other room yelling at somebody on the phone.
What do you guys broadcast out of?
We use Ustream.
So whereabouts physically? Where are you?
Sorry, out of we're in South Jersey. We're in Tuckerton, Barnegat area.
Long Beach Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally in my living room.
How far from Atlantic City?
About 40 minutes.
Yeah, you can see it right across the bay.
Nice. See? Yeah, that's where I need to be. I'll be going there next week.
Nice.
Play a little poker.
Yeah.
A little bit of poker. So what's happening? What are you guys doing? What's new?
Same old shit. We were just playing the Black Girl song. That's probably my favorite of yours.
That abomination. Very cool. Yeah, it was one of the few that I wrote. I don't know. It's kind of weird. That was like a totally different time, and just a much different way of. I don't know, like a different type of entertainment.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. Song parodies just don't apply really anymore.
Yeah.
Where not the way Yann's show is. The way his show is now. Even Opie and Anthony toward the end. At the end. Toward the end, it was just not something that we that they really concentrated on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys do song parodies on a regular basis?
I just make them.
Tonight.
Yeah, I just make them here and there. You know, we had a terrible fucking music guest on named Serrantos. He's got like 100,000 views on every video, and I just made a shitty song to make fun of him.
Should actually just play that for.
Should I play
I
that?
just like the contest that they had. Some of the contests are cool when you do it that way. You know.
Yeah.
It's like the most tasteless in the early days. It's hard to believe they got away with some of the shit they got away with, man. It's like the early days of NEW.
Yeah. Oh man, they got away with so much.
You were listening then, right?
Yeah, I used to listen back then. Fucking Sex with Sam.
Actually, with me, I just got into O&A this year. Like, literally January was when I just started listening, so...
I just got him into it, dude.
Me and our friend Spaz used to listen to him all the time on his computer. You get the...
Live...
Yeah, you get the live feeds.
Live feeds. What, Joe, you're in a band, though, right? You,
Yeah. A couple of them.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. Where's the craziest place you've ever toured?
Wow, we've been to some pretty nutty places, man. Like third world places are fucked up.
Wow.
They're kind of fun to go to, but let's see, where the hell was it? It was down in Honduras. We're actually headed back down that way. We're going. It's Tegucigalpa, Honduras is it's the capital. We've been there a couple of times, but there was a place that we were just at. What the hell was the name of that town? San Pedro Sula. That was it.
Okay.
San Pedro Sula, and we went down there with 2U, the U2 tribute band.
Yeah.
Well, what happened was before we went, I looked the place up. I Googled it. I usually check out, and we've been to we've been over to Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. We've played in Dublin, Ireland. We've played over in played down in Central and South America quite a bit.
That's awesome.
But this place I Googled, and I found out that it was one of the most dangerous places on the face of the planet.
Wow.
The only place, I swear, man, the only place that was more dangerous. Put it this way: it's like it was just full of drug dealers and gang members. In fact, if you Google it, San Pedro Sula, Sula. If you Google it, you'll see what I mean. It's It only comes in behind war zones.
What about
like legit war zones, like, you know. And I heard that and there's a couple of YouTube pieces on this place, and one of them had a gang member explaining how they actually bury people alive down there. Like, that's how they kill them. They bury them alive. So all my bandmates were all fucked up about that. They were, you know. Turns out it's the truth. It is really dangerous down there, but it's like in the barrio, like, you know, outside the main city. The main city's, you know, beautiful. It's a very cool place to be. But there's so much drug trafficking and gun running, and it's like one of the main stops, you know, for running guns, drugs, and human trafficking.
Wow.
From South America up to North America, that there are that many deaths and, you know, that many murders every year. It's like you know, take Chicago and quadruple it.
Wow.
You know, yeah, it was pretty fucked up going there.
That's crazy.
Everyone was scared, man.
Did they pay in guns?
I had to talk them into going. Once we got on the road, everyone was fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, some pretty fucked up places we've been.
Wow.
Same thing with UAE though. When we went over to the United Arab Emirates, it's a stone's throw from, like, you know, from Iraq, Afghanistan. Yeah. It's right there. You know, not very far. You look at it, it's kind of like being on Long Island and looking at Connecticut. You know, I mean, you know, look at Connecticut and there's Iraq. You know, I mean, that's how far we were.
That's crazy.
So they were all fucked up about going there too. You know, once you get there, it's like, as with most places, you really don't have much to worry about as long as you keep your eyes open.
Yeah,
you're not an asshole. You know.
I feel like that wouldn't be really somewhere where you want to be, that you're constantly looking over your shoulder. It's just, I don't know how that's a fun vacation or anything.
You know, it's really anywhere you go. You know, it doesn't matter where you go. You're gonna, you know, to an extent, you have to be looking over your shoulder. Any place that you've never been before, you don't know. You know, but I mean, the people that get in trouble and the people that get hurt are the people that look to get in trouble and get hurt.
Yeah.
You know, people that go down to Mexico and, you know, go to you know, Acapulco or some of the resort areas, and then they leave the resort area and go looking for weed or, you know, or blow or something, you know, whatever the hell it is they go looking for. Of course you're gonna get in some kind of fucking trouble, you know.
Yeah.
You just you play it smart. No matter where you go, you're gonna be okay. You know, as long as you're not going over to you know, to Afghanistan and, you know, with a fucking American flag hanging around your neck. You know what I mean? You have to be smart about it. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love traveling though. We go all the places that you two wouldn't dare go.
What about Liberia? Ever been to Liberia?
What was that?
What about Liberia? Have you ever been to Liberia?
No. No place sounds like I'd like to be. But hey, you know what? We go anywhere. If they pay us enough, we'll go anywhere. It really depends on how much you get paid.
Yeah, I like that.
You know, I went to Indiana this past weekend, and I'm telling you, man, we were at Notre Dame. We do a couple of times a year. We play the home games when the Irish play over in Notre Dame.
Yeah,
and that was really like risking our lives getting there and back. We drive, you know, we all get in the van and drive there and back. On the way there, we ran into a rainstorm that was of biblical proportions. I can't even tell you the amount of fucking rain that falls in the Midwest. If you don't live there, you've never experienced rainfall like this.
Wow.
Well, as luck would have it, my van has a leaky friggin' gas cap and or a leaky filler neck down to the tank, and a little bit of water got in the gas tank. So anyway, we get there, everything's cool. On the way home, we're driving home on I-80.
Yeah.
And the van starts stalling out. in these lanes. Now all 80 is like 2 lanes. Every once in a while it goes down to 1 lane, I-80. And there are barriers on either side, like barricade type barriers on either side, so you can't pull off to the side of the road. And what's on the road at that hour? What else besides you know, us driving a bunch of four asshole musicians in a van, an old shitty van? It's semis, or big fucking trucks speeding down the goddamn. So now we're in one of these, like, you know, one of these single lane things, and the van starts fucking stalling. I have no way of pulling off the side of the road. It's foggy as shit. I mean, you can't see a hand in front of your face. You're in the middle of Pennsylvania.
Holy
and
fuck.
What do? You stall out. All you can do is, like, get out of the van, hop over the barricade, and watch a fucking semi take your van out, doing 80 miles an hour down I-80. So you risk your life wherever you go, whatever you do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
It paid well.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, it pays well. So you go.
Yeah.
You know?
So why did you choose? Why did you choose to have a like a U2 cover band? Were you always like a big fan of U2?
Yeah, we always liked. I always liked U2 from the time I was a kid.
Yeah.
When they first came around, it was like something different, something that was a little bit different than like, you know, as a kid, like, you know, you had a lot of bands like, you know, Sabbath and Zeppelin, and you know bands. I mean, great bands. You know, obviously the Stones, Beatles, but when U2 came around, they were just a little friggin' different. They were a little quirky, a little weird, you know, and that kind of, you know, but not quite as weird as, like, you know, Talking Heads, or, you know, I mean, it was which I love anyway, you know, at this point, but at the time it was like, my sister was really into, like, you know, Blondie and Talking Heads and all, like, the, you know, the new wave movement.
Yeah.
And U2 was more punk. They were way more like the kind of thing that I was listening to at the time, Ramones, and, you know, and television. Just, you know, a lot of the bands that came out of CBG. You know, the Ramones were a lot more like them. They were influenced heavily by them.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, you know, I always liked them.
Yeah.
But really didn't think about starting any, you know, tribute bands until I don't know, about 12, 14 years ago when I started this thing.
That's awesome. Yeah, my favorite Facebook post of yours was, you said somebody requested "Someday, Buddy, Sunday."
Someday, yeah, it was "Someday, Buddy, Someday." Can you do "Someday, Buddy, Someday"? Like, yeah, sure. So I sang it that way the whole time. I just sing the chorus, but I sang it that way the whole time. And it was a chick, so she kept looking over at me. It was like, you know, she's out on the dance floor dancing, all happy. Like, you know, these people, a lot of these people don't even know what that fucking song means.
Yeah,
they don't know what it is. "Sunday, Bloody Sunday" was about you know, a bunch of people dying in a church bomb.
Yeah.
Like, it's an awful song.
Yeah.
And people look at it like party song. You know?
Exactly.
Like, "Don't Stop Believing." You know, it's like, you know, there's big smiles on their faces, dancing, and there was this corn-fed Midwest chick, just like, you know, "Can y'all play "Someday, Buddy, Someday"? Yeah, okay, I'll do it for you. Yeah, it's just weird, man. You know, a lot of people get things wrong. A lot of people request the song "One" as a wedding song.
Oh.
And they don't understand. That's like, that song is not about, you know, because it says "one love, one life," you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the lyrics, if you listen to the lyrics, that song is about, like, barely by the skin of your teeth keeping something together.
Yeah.
It's not a wedding song by any stretch. And, like, people like that have us play, you know, we play wedding receptions and stuff. You know, I mean, we play pretty much anywhere that we get paid. It's what bands do, you know.
Yup.
And it's just, it was funny that people request this. You know, when the bride and groom come out, can you play "One"? Like, All right, I could give him Dominic fucking Barber's number too. You know, I mean, I could tell him where to call. Good divorce attorney. You know, you want to kick the fucking groom in the nuts. And then, you could do that as well. It's like, it's a bad fucking song as a wedding song.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know what a lot of those songs mean.
No,
but they're a very Christian band.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I thought they started as.
Yeah. Well, they started as a bunch of snot-nosed kids from Dublin. Become one of the biggest bands in history. But they were always very much in touch with their Christian side. They any of the songs, like Until the End of the World is about the Last Supper. It's just a ton of Gloria. I mean, they're all religious and religiously based. I mean, they come out of Christianity and out of religion in general. And it's just an amazing thing that they were never really pegged down as a striper or you know what I mean, like as a Christian band. They're known as a really good rock band.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about what they did with this last release?
I didn't hear it.
Well, not even the material. I mean, I've only listened to I've barely listened to it. I kind of skimmed over it. But as far as the business behind the release, do you know what they did?
No.
Oh, this is fucking weird for a band to do, but they released their last record, which is known as it's Songs of Innocence. It's called. No one had any clue they were going to drop this record yesterday. During Apple's presentation and basically press release for iPhone 6 and iWatch, they have these wristwatches that are kind of like Screen 2 for an iPhone.
Yeah.
Well, they made a deal because, I mean, let's face it, record companies are pretty much done. Record companies, labels, like signing a band and selling records, it's a thing of the past. It's just not gonna happen the way it used to happen.
Yeah.
YouTube being on the cutting edge of everything. Basically, I mean, as far as marketing goes anyway, they've always been good with that. They decided what they would do is partner again with Apple, like they did with, in Vertigo when they had that with the iPod some years back, and give away the record. So Apple paid for 500 million digital copies of Songs of Innocence, and they gave that copy to everyone who has an iTunes account.
Wow!
Everyone who has an iTunes account has the song was uploaded to their cloud, and all they have to do is pull it down from iTunes. That's it.
Wow.
It's everyone who has an iTunes. Do you know how many people at it? You know how many people that amounts to?
Yeah, that's everybody.
They have the largest release in history.
Wow.
Years ago, that would have been
history.
That would have been seen as insane.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, they've gone from virtual near obscurity, because their last record really did nothing.
Yeah.
They sold it in a traditional manner. They've gone from complete, almost total obscurity to holy shit, they made fucking history again. Here they go.
Yeah.
And they're off and running. Every band makes money now touring. I mean, every band.
That's where it is.
You don't really make money writing, recording, and releasing records anymore. No. And the reason why, it's file sharing. Fucking Lars couldn't stop it, man. I mean, it's file sharing from the time that right from the time LimeWire came out.
Yeah.
File sharing killed the record company.
Yeah.
So these guys were brilliant. No, now they're not going to be shitty MP3 versions of the songs that they took so long to record to make sound perfect.
It's
the way they wanted it to sound. They'll be the WAV files are there. They have exclusivity for 5 months. Apple. 5 weeks, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And within the 5 weeks' time, every fan of U2 is going to have a free digital copy of their brand new record with the digital booklet given to them.
Wow.
They will start their tour in 2015. Mark my words, it will be the largest grossing tour ever in history.
Wow.
Ever. And with merch that puts them right back on top.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You know, which in essence puts us back on top. So I fucking love it. It's like, you know, works really well for us. I know I've gotten a whole shitload of inquiries like the past 2 days. My spring and summer calendar is already starting to fill up. So.
That's amazing.
Now, have you already learned all their new songs, or?
No. The thing is, it really doesn't take us long.
Yeah.
At this point, we pretty much listen to it on our own, go in for a sound check somewhere, and say, okay, prior to the sound check, we'll say, okay, learn this one, that one. And when we get together for sound check, we just play them. As long as everybody knows their parts, it comes together like instantly. There's really no effort putting U2 songs together now. I do the tracks. You know, we use tracks as U2 does. Some keyboards, which we don't have. Neither does U2, other than the Edge playing piano. But there are strings in the background, there are second guitars playing. So I'll go into my studio, run the tracks, put them together, and we get together and just bang them out, just play them.
Cool, man. Have you ever actually interacted with like U2? Like, have they acknowledged that you guys are out there? Or?
Yeah, a couple of times. Yeah, there was we did shows down in where was it? Carolina. We were at Carter Finley Stadium. They were playing Carter Finley Stadium down in Carolina. We were in town. I forget it was north or south. I think it was down in it might have been like around Fayetteville. Anyway, it was down in one of the Carolinas, and we were playing a big bar in town. And the bars, what they would do is when U2 goes on tour, they hire us to play the pre and post parties for the show, because a lot of bars will buy bulk tickets and sell them or give them away to some of their patrons, and they do bus trips to the stadium. They all go and they get tanked before they see the show, come back to the bar, and we play before and after the party. Well, as luck would have it, we got tickets, pretty much every one of the shows that we played the pre and post. And Bono actually said from stage that there was a U2 show in town that people should go see. We had an insane night at a place called Napper Tandy's down in now I'm thinking it was South Carolina, but it was we played so damn much. But we were packed, and everybody in the bar was going, "Did you hear what they said?" There's a lot of Irish owners too. I was like, "Joe, they mentioned the fucking band from stage. Did you hear what they said?" I'm like, yeah, it was good. Having them mention us was very cool. There, and then at what was it, Music Rising? It's a charity that the Edge had for people that lost instruments down in the Gulf when Katrina wiped out the Gulf. He came up with this charity where it's putting instruments back in the hands of musicians that lost everything. And I took a couple of pick guards from guitars that I bought from Music Rising, went to get them signed, but they the Edge wouldn't sign them. So I kind of thought that was a shitty thing for him to do. I was like, Edge, I have these two pick guards. I'd like you to sign them. These guitars ran me like that. They were like $2,500 guitars. I picked up two of them, and I asked him to sign the pick guard. He wouldn't do it. Adam Clayton did, though.
Wow.
He was like, I'll sign them for you. Turns out that the guitars that he signed the pick guards on were selling for $25,000.
Wow.
10 times what I paid for. So you kind of couldn't blame him, but I thought it was like, at the time I was like, man, this guy's like one of my, not idols, but, one of my, I guess, favorite guitarists,
Yeah.
You emulate the guy every freaking night. And sometimes meeting your meeting your guitar hero is not the best thing to do. Although Eric Bloom from Blue Oyster Cult is very cool.
Yeah.
we had the opportunity to hang out over the compound a couple of times.
That's cool.
A friend of mine knew a guy that idolized Dave Mustaine from Megadeth, and he actually met him and wanted. And he used to dress like him too. You know, he would dress. Well, anyway, a buddy of mine, he knew a guy that used to love Dave Mustaine. He would dress like him. And...
I was uh-huh-ing you. I wasn't huh-ing you. I was
It's my fault.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah,
it's my fault because I told him to move closer to the mic, so he kind of just thought that.
There you go. There you go. Dave Mustaine, So did he finally get to meet the guy?
Yeah, so he finally meets Dave Mustaine, and he says he's a complete douchebag.
That happens sometimes. You know, it's a funny thing because they say you really never want to meet your idols. I've met pretty much all the guys from Blue Oyster. I mean, I grew up listening to Blue Oyster Cult as a kid. I was like 16, I think, when I got their first record. So they were put on a pedestal by me. I mean, these guys were just they were the shit back in the day. Used to go see them at Madison Square Garden. Big shows these guys played.
Yeah.
And when I finally got to to meet the lead singer Eric Bloom, it was like very brief, quick, quick hello, and he's actually related to Howard Stern. He's like a second cousin of Howard Stern, and he knew about Opie and Anthony, and we got to talk to him for a little while. And then over the years, we just kind of, I had auditioned for a bass player slot when Greg Smith left to go play with Alice Cooper, and I got to meet him and talk to him for a while, and we've become friends. It's a very cool thing, and he's one of the few guys that you meet one of your idols, and he turned out to be a cool guy. I just went to have pizza with him over in Port Washington. Before we headed over to Anthony's house a couple of days, that last week.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, when it happens that way. But then again, it happens where you meet someone else that you're an idol, that had put up, way above, and you looked up to for so long. It turned out to be like Dave Mustaine, a fucking asshole.
How's Anthony doing?
Happens both ways. What was that?
How's Anthony doing?
He's fucking happy as shit, man.
That's awesome.
He's really he's ecstatic.
That's
he loves
so cool.
doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's a completely different experience.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys probably have seen the show at this point.
I've seen I've watched clips here and there, and some of the free stuff that he's posted, but I haven't had a chance to subscribe because I've spending all my money on this project. So.
Gotcha.
Dude, it's
totally
tough.
Understood.
Yeah.
47 cents an episode gets to be a little. Well, I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding. That's
I forgot. I didn't actually. I think it's like.
It's even cheaper. That's like 27 cents an episode or something.
Yeah.
But I totally understand the logic behind putting money into your own project first. We to give you just a quick rundown on what's going on over there. This is something that he never really planned on doing, but he definitely was prepared for.
Yeah.
And he equated it to being like Noah building the ark. He had no fucking idea why. God kind of said, one night came to him in his sleep and said, Anthony, you will build an HD television studio in your basement. 20 cubits by 40 cubits. Just gave him and guided him. And from that time, 5, 6, 7, whatever it was, 6 years ago, that he first started doing his podcast from doing live from the compound, it's grown and it's gotten, better and better. they recently had guys come in there and tweak everything.
Okay.
Real tech guys.
Wow.
That you look at this show now, and I mean, you see it HD live, and you go, "What the fuck?" It's just, it's so crisp, so clean, and so well done. He's actually like, he's really falling into his format now. He's starting to hit his stride.
That's cool.
Had me crying. I mean, literally pissing. And now, obviously, I grew up with Anthony. Right? You know, he's been a funny guy his entire life. But holy shit, the thing that he did the other day that, with the woman that had her iPad snatched, the girl with cerebral palsy that had her iPad snatched in the mall. If you haven't seen that, just Google it. It's on YouTube. Google it, look at it. It will make you literally have you fucking pissing. Because I'm kind of immune to Ant at this point. Not to the point where he can't make me laugh, but it really takes a lot for either one of us to make the other laugh.
Yeah.
And I was fucking crying, man. I was just fucking crying.
Oh,
it was that
great.
funny. That funny. Yeah, he's coming up with some really good shit. And the multimedia aspect is just, you know, I mean, it's what you can't. You basically can't do it on the radio.
Yeah,
they weren't able to do a lot of the things that he's doing now. You know, when he was on O&A.
Yeah,
he's very happy.
Yeah,
very happy. He's having a great time doing what he's doing.
That's great.
Yeah, a couple hours a day. His big long commute is tripping down the fucking basement stairs, you know, and pouring himself a Guinness before he goes on the air, and hanging out with who he wants to hang out with.
Yeah.
You know, he invites his own guests. He doesn't. There were some times where he says, you know, having a guest on was some of these guests were a fucking chore. You know.
Yeah.
He just doesn't feel that way anymore.
Yeah.
It's all about who he wants on.
That's great.
You know, a couple of his old friends have kind of bugged out and, you know, went the other way. You know, which kind of bums him out a bit, but he gets over shit real fast.
As he should.
He really does, man. He's not the type to hold on to emotional baggage very long, or any other kind of baggage for that matter. You know?
Yeah.
We've been having fun over there, though. Go over there and just hang before and after. I mean, the Dice show was incredible.
I heard about that one.
Yeah, he hung out until like 11 o'clock at night.
Wow.
Dice was hanging out till 11 at night before he left. Like, you know, Ant was tanked. He was tanked. So was Dice. Dice was straight getting there. Drank water the whole show. Everything. Got fucked up drinking wine, like, you know, while we were eating dinner and stuff after the broadcast, and got straight again before he left.
Wow.
So he was there that long. He was there like, you know, almost 12 hours. He was hanging out at the compound with his kids singing karaoke. We were downstairs all kicking around, hanging out.
Yeah.
And he just goes, he goes to me on the way out because Anthony was gushing. Anthony was gushing like fanboy. I couldn't believe looking at him the way he was like, you know.
Yeah.
You know, he's just like, it was so good having you here, Dice. Come back any time. We love you over here. It's just unbelievable. And you know, and his lips are all purple from wine. He's just, you know, teeth are all glowing purple. I mean, but I mean, gushing like I've never seen him gush before over a fan.
That's
you know,
cool.
being a fan. And Dice turns around to me, gives me a wink, and he goes, do me a favor, take care of Crazy Boy. Just take care of Crazy Boy. He calls Anthony Crazy Boy. It was a really good time.
Wow.
Jimmy's been on a couple of times now, and that is just gold. That's gold when Norton's on.
He's
those guys
amazing.
work together so goddamn well.
Yeah, they do have that chemistry, man.
Right?
They do.
It's amazing. It's such a sin, man. I mean, it's so sad what happened in one regard, and in another, it's like, you know, another door open.
Yeah.
You know, this is something that Anthony he's really shining on his own. You know,
Like I said,
very proud of my little brother.
Yeah.
I am very proud of him.
That's awesome.
He's doing it right.
Yeah.
Another great guest was Bobby Kelly. We were over for that one. Played he played drums. And Fred from Brooklyn took off his shoe and showed us 4 toes. It was great.
Ooh, shit.
we had a great time. We had a great time. We had a really good time.
That's great.
We set up a drum kit. Had Bobby picked the song. All you could pick was Seven Nation Army, by White Stripes. I'm like, you're gonna be the fucking girl. I'm playing guitar. I'm gonna be the Jack White, and you're gonna be the girl. He's like, I can't, dude, I can't play the fucking drums, dude. Like, yeah, you can. Come on, you do it on TV. You can do it now. But we had a great time.
That's awesome.
Thoroughly enjoying it, though. Thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah, man. All right, Joe, we're gonna wrap it up here, bro.
Very cool, guys. Hey, thank you very much for having me on.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, look forward to maybe chatting with you guys some other time.
Yeah, awesome. We had a lot of fun. Thanks.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Anything to plug?
My Ustream show. I'm an asshole. I do the shittiest podcast on fucking available on the internet. The shittiest podcast. It's on Ustream. It's if you remember this, ustream.tv/channel/brother-Joe. Just go Ustream Brother Joe. You'll get there eventually. And I pretty much, if Anthony's podcast is War and Peace, I am Mad Magazine. Pretty much how it works. How it works. But that's about it. That, YouTube, not YouTube.com.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's all about you guys. Thanks so much for having me on, gentlemen.
Thank you. That was amazing.
All right, man. Talk to you soon, guys. Have a great night.
You too, brother.
Have a good one, man.
Peace.
So long, guys.
You too.
Bye.
How do we just go into music as soon as you...
That's what it does. I figured it out with Toronto's. It goes back to Brother Joe.
That's good. That's like some kind of cool face. What are we doing? Are we ending the show, or we taking we wrapping up with one of our friends? Maybe we'll call Eddie.
Call
maybe
Ricky.
We'll call Ricky.
Ricky was calling.
Yeah, we give Ricky a call. I'm gonna drink another beer then, if that's the case.
Yeah, I need a cigarette.
Alright, well, guys, we're gonna take a break. We'll probably be back for maybe do another 10 or 20 minutes.
We'll see ya.
Yeah.